While prepping a Curse of Strahd game, I looked over the rules for lycanthropy and realized they weren't to my liking. Get it? So today I'm going to talk about some lycanthropy guidelines I use and how you can easily apply them to DnDBeyond. You're watching VolcanicKnight and it's time to play like an adult. While playing Curse of Strahd, your players are more than likely going to find a load of werewolves, considering that Strahd has them in his arm. The Curse of Lycanthropy is definitely on the table in the Curse of Strahd campaign. So why is it so terrible? The monster manual states that the Curse of Lycanthropy can be removed with a remove curse spell. That's all it takes to get rid of it. One level 3 spell slot and bam, you're cured. If this is the case, how come there's not an army of clerics out there going across the land just removing curse every single person that may have been affected? In my opinion, this is some weak sauce. So let's look at what you do get for being a werewolf as rules as written. The character gains a 15 strength score and a +1 to AC while in wolf or hybrid form. The feelings elicited here are more boredom than fear, so we gotta do something to make this more interesting. My version of lycanthropy are as follows. When you first become afflicted with the lycanthropy disease, you become feral for 3 days. During this 3-day period is the only time this disease can be cured. You need either a greater restoration spell or aconite. This is also known as Wolfsbane. Aconite has a 25% chance of curing the disease. And with each failed attempt, the disease becomes a bit more resilient. Chances of curing this disease with aconite go down by 5% with each failed attempt. The person afflicted is also going to take 1 level of exhaustion while not in the transformed state. This is because aconite is a poison. This poison is designed to kill the lycanthropy disease. During this 3-day period, every time the character transforms, the chances of being cured with Wolfsbane goes down by 1%. The player can choose to transform at will, no action required. If the character fails a DC 12 wisdom save, they will forcibly be transformed. These types of wisdom saves can be made at the Dungeon Master's discretion, but I highly advise to only call for them when maybe there's high emotions going on or the character spots a mess load of blood and they just can't help their new animal instincts. In my personal opinion, during this 3-day period, if there is a full moon, I say the character would automatically transform, but again, up to the Dungeon Master's discretion. You also gain the following flaws. There's something enjoyable about killing my foes, and I enjoy being aggressive. Now I want to stress that these are flaws, not character alignment changing stipulations. You can kill a bad guy and say, oh yeah, I really enjoy that, just to get some sort of release off their animal instincts. So yes, I understand it was pretty heavy on the curse side, but I feel like it balances out with the benefits you do get. While transformed, the character gets the following. The character gets a +1 to AC as natural armor, a +10 to their walk speed, and the character will gain the following ability scores if theirs are already higher: 15 strength, 13 dexterity, 14 constitution, a 10 intelligence, a 11 wisdom, and a 10 in charisma. Their unarmed strikes now do 1d8 plus strength mod as damage. It also deals slashing instead of bludgeoning damage. If their target is a humanoid, that target now must succeed a Constitution saving throw or be transformed into the werewolf. The DC for that is 8 plus proficiency plus Constitution modifier. They're going to be proficient in survival and stealth if they weren't already, and gain expertise in perception. They will also gain advantage on perception checks relying on hearing or smell. And on top of all that, they will gain damage immunity from bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage that are not from magical attacks or silver weapons. I know that last one sounds like a lot, but hear me out. If any of the characters were to go up any sort of commoner, let's be honest, they're gonna win anyway. And especially in Barovia, if they're gonna go against any sort of guard, there is a decent chance their weapons will have silver on them. Again, I want to reiterate that werewolves are prolific in Curse of Strahd. Every single guardsman knows what they are and how to deal with them. Keep one more thing in mind, and that these benefits are only available to the character when transformed. I left the link inside the description in order for you guys to check out the lycanthropy curse I made. I made it as a magic item to be equipped and unequipped as the person transforms. I'll show you that right now on DnDBeyond. So here I have my character Strahd, and he has the lycanthropy werewolf item that I created in DnDBeyond. So if the player ever had any sort of questions of what is going on with this whole curse, I did list all of that out right here off to the side, with the strength mods, everything, and what he can and cannot do, and everything's listed out pretty explicitly. Now, in the event this player wanted to transform and gain automatically all these benefits, all he will have to do is click on this button. And do notice that everything is pre-populated. If the player wants to transform back to normal, all they have to do is go back here and unequip it, and their stats will return back to their normal character sheet. Curse of Strahd is full of game-altering mechanics, and lycanthropy is just the tip of the iceberg. Making an item like this to help facilitate these rules is the easiest way to go about just getting the players into the game without having them think about all these other extra things. If you subscribe to that idea, then you'll be happy to know I will show you how to use DnDBeyond to help facilitate these game-altering changes in Curse of Strahd. But until then, later my friends.